So, last time in Planescape Torment, a WoW gave birth to an entire district. That's literally what happened. These are the legs of the WoW. That the birthing happened. And this is the district that was created. On top of that, was one of our companions, the Folding Skull Mort. He was kidnapped by were-rats. Supposedly, some mysterious gangs in the town called the King of Bones has collected him for his collection. And we need to go find him and save him. What do we have here? A Nazi. You see a sickly Gitzerai woman. She is hunched and bent. And her constant coughing is obviously a source of pain to her. She holds a handkerchief that is practically soaked with blood, tissue, and phlegm to her face. She spies you and hisses. Greetings. She stares at you and speaks a few mumbled words to Dakon. Dakon glances at you and says, "She cannot understand your speech. She says she is dying." Is there anything we can do for her?
No. That she will not recover. I can put her out of her misery. That is all. As a Zert of the people, it is my responsibility to provide an alternative.
Well, I mean, if that's gonna be the merciful thing to do and it's part of his people, then you can go ahead and do it, Dakon. Dakon draws his blade and waits for the woman to prepare herself. She touches the unbroken circle of Zertimon he wears for a moment, and her face is stoic. His blade is a blur, and when he has completed the stroke, she lies bleeding on the hard stone of Sigil streets. Well struck, Dakon.
Updated my journal.
Got experience for that. Mercy killing, damn. I guess that's the most righteous thing we can do in this disgusting place. Ay. Hello? Godsman guard. You see a burly board-walking guard.
Stay in your business, please.
Just walking around.
Then I'm certain you won't mind just passing along.
May I come in?
Not until you can demonstrate that you have business here, sir.
I see. Had more questions. Who are you?
I'm guard of the Believers of the Source, sir.
Believers of the Source?
Yes, sir. Godsmen were called.
Why?
We're one of the 15 recognized factions of Sigil, sir. We believe that every being has within it the spark of divinity. Neither good nor evil necessarily, but potential to be divine. Beyond divinity, we believe there lies something greater. We believe all life has a purpose and a goal, and we're devoted to understanding what these goals are. We strive for our greatness with every step in our lives.
Sounds important.
We believe it is, sir. Can I help you with anything else?
Where's this place?
You're in front of the Great Foundry, home to the Believers of the Swords.
Alright, thank you. I have no business here. It is how long you live, but how you live that determines your next step towards enlightenment. Damn. Where is Morty, man? As I... Spasmaticus, man, I just gave you the recap as I began the game 30 seconds ago of what happened to Morty. Where did you go? Were you taking a bathroom break? Ay. Okay, listen. We're now in the war world. And we got here because we were talking to a stone face in the wall. And the stone face said, I'm gonna give birth You need to help me. We helped the stone face, and it gave birth to this entire district somehow. This was literally the whole... When we entered, two were-rats surrounded Morty, grabbed him, and took him. And went away. Why is a shadow attacking me? Opa. And they weren't that tough at me. We figured out after talking to people, the people that stole Morty are some thugs of a man called the King of Skulls, the King of Bones, who collects skulls in his trophy case.
My lungs feel like a chimney.
Yeah. So we need to track him down and potentially save Morty. We're doing it very slowly because we're exploring. And I didn't want to run in potential big trouble without knowing where I am and what's going on. Help these people pay their debts. Yemin. Sounds like Liming. The man has rough, leathery skin with a pale yellow cast and the gold features. His face is angular, his nose is small and highly placed, and his ears taper to points. A tracery of tattoos and scars cover his body. He is dressed in strange gaudy leathers that look more ornamental than combat ready. His eyes are like two small black stones and they track you as you approach. Before you reach him, Dakon pauses.
I would caution you against speaking to this Githyanki.
What's a Githyanki?
My journal.
Githyanki and Gitzerai were once of common stock. We were slaves and food for the Illitids, mind flayers, who devoured our lives in order to succor their own. One of our ancestors, the warrior Queen Git, led us to victory against the Illitids, and we escaped. We have waged unending war on the mind flayers ever since. However, there was disagreement over the future of our people. Upon the blasted plains, our leader, Zertimon, made the pronouncement of two skies, and steel was bared. One race became two. It is the rift that cannot be crossed peacefully.
We're going to speak to him anyway. Damn. We are learning some Gitzerai war connected to a Githyanki, which we didn't really get to do in Baldur's Gate 3. We're playing more from a Githyanki perspective, so that's pretty cool. I've never even heard about this Zertimon until now. The Githyanki has been watching you approach and seems to ignore you entirely.
That Kong who wails on the walls of Shrakat War. An unexpected surprise.
He draws his weapon. The Khan also draws his blaze.
Yemen, your Butchoker rode the flagstones of the street.
Stand between them. Stop! The Khan speaks to you, though he never takes his eye off his opponent.
Hold fast and do not stand between our blaze.
Let it go, the Khan. The Khan speaks to the Githyanki.
Yemen, this is not a place of battle.
The entire multiverse is our battlefield, dog. There are no sanctuaries, there is no place. You shall die. The Githyanki attacks. Now have them have a righteous 1v1, I guess.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong. I hear your words.
Why not?
Opa! Hey! Githyanki gankers! Stop!
Die. 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 Righteous folly. The rock sings true. I'm gone.
Damn, we're healing now, too even. The stamina build is very strong.
Ready.
DMV.
I'm gone.
Next. Deran. You see a boisterous action here. He is very animated and does a lot of shouting, yelling and stomping. He seems to have a tendency toward melodrama and makes a lot of strange facial expressions as he wears his arms. Greetings. He glances at you and motions to the crowd that he is taking a break. Well, 1,000 greetings do I belong to you, sir. He does a double take when he notices your scars. You know, I take one look at you with my discerning eye and I see a man in the market for some healing charms. Do you have any charms? He gives you a shocked look and gestures grandly at himself. Do I, Deran, have any charms? He pauses for effect. No, sir, I do not. However, don't let that fact discourage you. I have plenty of other items for sale. He points to the rear at the action block where a group of people stands in chains. You sell slaves? He shakes his head. No, sir. These are indentured servants, not slaves. For the most part, they are guilty of minor crimes. The proceeds from these sales go toward paying their debt to the city. After their terms of servitude, they will be free citizens once again. I mean, I'm thinking between one or two here. If they were unrighteous, they need to pay somehow. I guess they're more useful doing some work here instead of rotting in prison. I think I'm gonna go with the middle option. It sounds like a good way to pay their debt to society. He gives you a bright smile. I don't concern myself with such thoughts. My task is to sell their contracts as given by the courts of sigil. He lowers his voice as he leans in closer. And collect a percentage for my efforts. You understand? He straightens. You say they were guilty of crimes. What crimes did they commit? He shrugs his shoulders in an exaggerated way. I don't know for certain, but I would guess theft, assault, or not being able to pay their debts. Those are the most common transgressions. I see. Little time for such wigwag, friend. There is dealing to be done. Speak quick. I'm looking for someone named Mutar or the Master of Bones. He gives you a look of mock concern. It would be a dangerous thing I'd be saying if I told you, friend. I have no wish to put you in jeopardy. I happen to like danger, Imperium. He lets out a boisterous laugh. Ha ha! Very well, friend. Wotar is the master, the ward of the famous bones of the night. The library where the dead themselves act as a repositories of arcane war. All the dead of Sigil and Plains whisper secrets to him within his saloon of skulls. Where can I find this place? Try south and east of the market section of the ward. You might come across a wrecked building, and you might find a leader of bones that leads down. And it could be that the ladder will lead you to the saloon of skulls. Thank you.
That one's too lean.
No more questions and nothing to sell. The Harmonian officers are guarding these people, so they in fact must be criminals. Let's talk to them just in case one of them. You see a glowing woman. She has a scowl on her face and looks upset. She sneers at you as you approach. And what might be you wanting? She frowns at you. Pike it, Berg. Take a long walk down the short road. You have an attitude problem. I haven't even warmed up to you yet. Now stick it where the light of day ne'er shines. Alright then. What about this woman, Trist? You see a young woman who is trying to get your attention. She is wearing shoddy clothes, but her demeanor is one of elegance, unlike that of the people who surround her. Upon closer inspection, you notice that her skin is clean and smooth, lacking the yellow tint of the inhabitants of this world. She notices you, approach, and smiles at you. Greetings. I thank the powers that you notice me. I am in need of services of a mercenary. She pauses and examines you more carefully. If appearances are any indication, you would seem to be such an individual. What exactly is that you want of me? She nods at you. The heart of the matter is that I am to be sold into slavery for a crime I did not commit. I am in need of a champion, someone who will help me prove my innocence and free me from this fate. She pauses and looks at you expectantly. Tell me exactly what's going on. She thinks for a moment. This is a one in the telling, Cutter. Please bear with me. She sighs and she begins her tale. My husband died recently and left me his business. I'm not a business oriented, so I decided to sell. Not long afterward, I was connected by a lender saying a loan on the business had not been paid. She pauses and gathers her thoughts. I examined all the documents my husband kept and found that there had indeed been a loan taken, but it had just recently been paid in full. I explained this to the lender, and a few days later, he asked for a copy of the document. It was nowhere to be found. She looks concerned and pauses to think. Well, when I could not prove that the loan was paid, the tender walked me before the court, took me. My monies were taken and applied to the balance owed. Since it did not pay off the loan, I am to be sold on the block to try to recover the remaining amount due. She gives you a forward look. I don't understand why sell you into slavery. Your voice is like those guys from Trade Federation from Star Wars. I have no idea what you're talking about. She shrugs. It serves many purposes. First, it keeps the prisoners relatively clear of all but the vilest criminals. Second, the sale of the convicted is used to pay for any damages cost or fees involved in any case. Finally, the convicted still serves a sentence from which they are eventually released, supposedly as better citizens. This is all fascinating, but I don't see how I can help you. I need someone to find the missing document, the one that proves that one was paid, or if you could purchase my contract, I could pay you back. She gives you a pleading look. I can't spend the next 5 years of my life in this world, Cutter. It will kill me. Surely you've noticed the illness shared by all who live here. Yes, the yellow skin and the coughing. She nods her head. Yes, Cutter, please. Can you find it in your heart to help me? She looks at you nervously. Please. Truth, you've been found guilty in the court of law and only the law can help you. I mean, I kinda buy her story. I think she might have gotten scammed. I will help you. I have some questions though.
Updated my journal.
Ask anything, Cutter. What's the lender's name? I know his name well, Cutter. After all I have been through, I will not likely forget it. She gets a faraway look and then shudders for a moment. Byron Pickett is his name. And his associate may be someone named Lenny. Opa! I know where this Byron is. I'm going to have a word with him. Why do I talk to about your contract? Who do I talk? That would be Darren the auctioneer. He's usually over there on the block. Could you have misplaced the loan document? No, Cutter. I'm very meticulous person. I kept the document in a lockbox in my husband's study. It never left that room. Do you think the one document could have been stolen? I don't know. Why would anyone steal that? Yet leave other valuables be? It makes little sense to me. Oh, just a thought. A worthy thought, Cutter. It bears merit. Have you explained any of this to the courts you spoke of? Ah, yes, Cutter. I've explained my situation to many. You're the first to be willing to help me. Alright. Let's get to investigating. Morty can wait.
I want the redhead. Step right up, boys and girls, young and old. Buy your piece
Morty is a skull.
right here.
He's probably gonna get put on the shelf. This woman, however, might be suffering right now. Who knows what vile person might get her? Well, met again. Can I do for you on this glorious Mogridden day? I want to ask you about Trist. Very well, sir. What about Trist? She says that she doesn't walk on the block. He sighs then frowns at you. Would you say otherwise if you were in her shoes? I have heard her story, sir. Although I sympathize with the lady, there is nothing I can do without evidence to back her up. What if I can prove she is innocent? He laughs and looks at you mockingly. Haha! As an agent of the courts, I could go before them with new evidence and have all judgments against Trist reversed. Do you have any such evidence? Not at this time. Do you intend to seek such evidence on behalf of Miss Trist? Yes, I do. He stares at you for a moment, trying to gauge your seriousness. Very well. I will not auction Trist for now, sir. Good luck in your endeavor. Now leave me be and get to it.
Updated my journal.
Let's get to Byron. I already thought he's a bit sussy. I'm gonna have a word with him. Byron Pickett. There he is. You see Byron Pickett, the money lender. Back again? I want to talk to you about Trist. Ah, Trist. After a moment, he looks at you and raises his eyebrows. What about her? I'm trying to find a missing document for her. He sighs and shakes his head. There is no missing document. That was a ruse instigated by Trist to cast doubt on her debt. This matter has been thoroughly investigated by the Mercy Killers and they found no evidence of such document. The Mercy Killers? Yes, a faction of fanatics dedicated to uncovering the truth in criminal cases and handing out justice. They're often used as investigators by the courts of Sigil. They're quite thorough, and they found nothing. He glares at you. They could have missed something. That is a possibility, but not very likely. You obviously are not familiar with the Mercy Killers or their methods for you to make such a statement. If they could not find the document, then it does not exist. He looks at you angrily. Someone could have stolen the document, maybe even destroyed it.
My journal.
For a moment, he looks as if he's about to be furious with you, then a gloating smile crosses his face. What a terrible thought. Pity there is no proof of any such activity. Yes, a pity, so tell me, why have Trish sold into slavery? Couldn't she pay you your money in the form of a loan? Yes, she could, and I did make that offer to her. He looks at you sternly. However, she turned me down. I don't allow second chances. No one turns me down without suffering the consequences. No one. No, I have enough of your last of lifetime. I will answer no more of your questions. Now pack it, son. Hey. What about... If any proof does exist, I tend to find it.
Updated my journal.
Ha! Well, good luck to you then. If the Mercy Killers can't find help proof Trist, I don't think we have a chance in the 9 hells of doing so.
Alright.
I have no idea where her house is going to be. Want documents for Trist. Could she potentially tell me about it? Where she lives? Ruined land wagon is useless.
How much for the child? How much for the child?
How much for the child? What the fuck?
What do I hear? Do I hear 120? 130? Sale. This one's special. Only 100. What am I in?
They're selling for 100. You know, there is no new information here. I gotta find her house somewhere.
Look at this fine strapping flag. How much for the child?
Bare legible script above this entry proclaims the building to be the vault of the Ninth World. Another shadow is attacking me. Opa. Let's check this warehouse then for now.
I'm
Vault
gone.
of the Ninth World. Hello. Is that a beholder?
Welcome to the vaults of the Ninth World. How may I serve you on this fine day, Sigilian?
Who are you? What are you?
I'm the vaults of the Ninth World. I'm here to serve you, the customer. Instruct me in what you desire.
I'd like to store some. Why is this place called the Vault of the Ninth World?
Frankly, I have no idea. I think the others thought that it would be a clever name or something.
Is this place really as big as the world?
No, it's just a marketing exaggeration. There is water space here, but not that much.
I'd like to store something.
I'm sorry, we seem to be full up at the moment. Can I do anything else for you?
I thought it was supposed to be a huge storehouse.
Well, yes.
The head sounds a little embarrassed.
Only we ran out of space and there's something a little fishy going on around here and I don't know what. The gist of the matter is this. We don't really accept items for storage anymore.
Oh. Why, I guess we don't have any more questions.
The Vault of the Ninth World is pleased to serve as a warehouse for the War World and all the servants sentients of Sigil. Our motto is, when one world just isn't big enough, we provide storage space for those that have little to spare. Our prices are competitive, our service exemplary, and our courtesy for customers is known throughout the plains.
What if I claim something?
And what was it we're looking for exactly?
I'm looking for a large bag of coins. No, I'm actually nothing. Maybe I was kind of looking for a journal. But... Can we talk to these other people here? The crate bears symbol of a skull and has the slogan "Engineer for Eternity." Although these crates are stacked in a haphazard fashion, they appear to be sequentially numbered. Very sturdy stock. They must contain heavy items. Otis. You see a hulking man, dull-faced and slack-jawed. His muscles, however, are truly a sight to behold. He regards you steadily with his dead eyes.
Huh?
Who are you?
No talk me. Talk Lena.
He waves the oak-like arm at the woman supervisor. Just a few questions?
No talk me.
Alright. Call now. You see a thin, skulking man, his long, nimble fingers quiver slightly. And he has trouble meeting your eyes when he talks to you.
You startled me. I haven't seen you around here before, stranger. But what do you want from me?
Who are you?
I'm Konao. I work here.
And what is this place? He looks at you carefully to see if you're joking.
It's the Vault of the Ninth World. It's a storehouse. Didn't you read the sign when you came in?
No, not that careful. Who are you?
I'm Konao.
Alright then. Last woman, Lena. You see a middle-aged woman. Her face care-lining and compassionate. This lady looking pretty good for a middle-aged woman, damn. She looks like she's led a hard life.
Can I help you with something, stranger?
Who are you?
I'm Lena. I supervise these other two.
She waves a hand at her companions. What is it you do here?
This is a storehouse. I'm the supervisor. Things get stored here. Things get taken out here. Not much to tell, really.
I'm looking for a floating, sarcastic skull. Have you seen it anywhere?
A floating, sarcastic skull? Sorry, haven't seen one around here. If you're looking for skulls, I try out the bones of the night. You look like you're into scars, and sure as bowers hate pit fiends. What are to decorate you with a few more?
Thanks. Alright then.
I'm gone.
Stylish script around on frame proclaim the building as a print shop. The print shop.
Come on, we got a special on slaves.
Opa. Messenger.
They're right over here.
I've got a message for you to run here. Take it in these coins. I'll be back with your receipt.
Scritch,
All right.
scritch. Scofflaw pen. You see a thin, stooped man hunch over a desk, grabbing on a piece of paper. His hair is thinning and drab, drawn back into a ponytail, and his spectacles are down his hooked nose. His age could be anywhere from his early 20s to his late 40s. He doesn't look up as he speaks to you. What do you want? Make it quick. What do you do here? He looks sharply at you, seizing his screeching of his pen.
Are you entirely dim? It's a printing shop. I print things here. Look around you. Print.
What do you print?
Books, pamphlets, handbills, words, letters, whatever. No, I don't racy prints. I don't do racy prints, and I won't fulfill any perversions you might want. Nor do I care to ask.
Where is this place? I already asked him that.
I'm missing a skull. That's how it works from where I'm standing, too.
I'm serious, a companion of mine has been stolen.
Then you might want to ask around for Watar, Master of the Bones. Word has it he's got quite a nice little library of skulls. I don't know where to find him though, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell. He knows more about magic than most Burks over Dream, and I won't be the one to crash him.
Turn us back.
Now get out!
Alright.
Done.
This appears to be a siege tower. The walls are scarred and pitted. It has seen many a battle in its lifetime. In its war position, this drawbridge would give attackers access from the siege tower to the walls of the city. Doesn't seem we can enter it though.
Oh, we got a special on slaves. You
The purpose of the device and unknown appears to be some sort of drawbridge-like contraption. What a bridge is here? Grossok the Fiend. You see a reptilian creature with a snake-like body, 4 cold feet, leathery wings and a draconian head. The scale covering the body are a vile shade of green. The creature stands upright on its hind legs, balancing with its prehensile tail. What does that even mean? I haven't heard this word before. Prehensile. Capable of grasping.
Prehensile.
Opa. As you approach, his eyes narrow to slits and he begins to hiss. Greetings. The air around the creature begins to radiate heat and its scales takes on a pale sheen. It gives you a hungry look and appears ready to strike. Suddenly, it releases a fury of hisses and relaxes the stance of it.
Toad waits.
It glares at you as the tail lashes back and forth. What kind of creature are you? Every muscle on the creature seems to tense as it releases a storm of hisses. It starts to reach for you, then stops. Hate drips from its eyes when it speaks to you.
Grossuknotox. You lucky human. You go out still lucky. You stay Grossuk shred.
Sebastiansen. The creature relaxes quite a bit and the air grows cooler. It holds out a cold hand to you.
Give Grossuk information.
Who said you expect him? What information? It's hard to read facial expression on a reptile, but you are certain that Grossok is rather annoyed with you. His tail begins to lash furiously and the air grows warm again.
No questions. Give Grossok information or die.
Grossok then takes information from body. I need to know which piece of information is for you. I run errands intended for several people, you understand? He glares at you for a moment while he thinks. Finally, he gestures at the nearby tower.
Siege towers. How get inside? Sebastian say he divine way.
Grossi takes a step towards you and holds out his hand.
Now give.
Oh, that information. I'm sorry, Sebastian wanted to deliver that one in person. He'll bow along soon.
Updated my journal.
The air around Grosso begins to radiate heat and his scales take on a pale sheen. He gives you a hungry look and appears ready to strike. He opens his mouth to reveal several rows of razor-sharp teeth.
Now Grossuk thinks you lie. Give information now, Grossuk. Kill quick, not slow. Not give Grossuk take time. Remove your insides. Let you watch.
Wait, I don't have the information you want, but I know something that I think is worth my life. Did Sebastian actually send me to kill him? I don't remember. I suppose so. Let me check my journal for this. Kill Grossok the Abishai for Sebastian. If I do this for him, he'll help me with my scars. Well, this guy was planning to attack me anyway, so I guess we're doing that. Well, that was not as hard as the first Abishai we fought, that's for sure. Aye, aye, aye.
I'm here.
We have a level up for Anna. 20 thief skill points gained, 3 hit points. Damn, damn. Let's improve. Open doors by 10. Detect traps by 10. There we go. Chaotic neutral. Lawful neutral. We still lawful good. Nice.
All right.
Poor quality stiletto. Don't want it. Okay, Sebastian, I dealt with your problem. Let's return to him. And next up, we're gonna go towards the bone situation. Probably. Sebastian smiles at you as you approach.
Good day, Cutter. Have you completed your quest?
Yes, and I've come for what is due me.
One moment, please, Cutter.
Sebastian reaches into his robe and removes a small crystal ball. He gazes in it for a moment before returning his attention to you.
I cannot thank you enough, Cutter. I shall live up to my part of the bargain. Are you ready?
Yes.
It is done, Cutter. Once again, I thank you.
Charisma permanently increased by 2. What? Thank you and farewell, Sebastian.
Updated my journal.
That is not what I was supposed to do. Man. How does that even make any sense? I guess I know how it makes sense. Went from 9 to 11 charisma. So, supposedly he healed my scars, so I look now more charismatic. Ay, ay, ay. Anna is probably getting out of control now that I look so much better.
What?
Let's see if she has anything to say about it.
What is it you want then?
No. Alright.
All right.
Alright then. We're a little bit full on the inventory situation here. I'll go quickly into this market to drop some coin.
I'm gone.
And then we're gonna continue. I cannot send rings to this guy, really? Ma. And the warrior then, the weapon master. Eh? He doesn't buy rings either. What the fuck? What about this guy? This guy was a spell seller. He doesn't want to buy a ring either. I gotta sell my rings to the guy that gives me lesser prices on the outside. Is he still? Yeah. Guild spur. Do you have any jobs that need doing?
I certainly do, friend. I have a little errand for you to run. If you take it, I'll need you 50 coins. All you need to do is run this handbill down to the print shop and ask Koflo Pen to print up 100 copies for me. Here, take it.
Alright.
Updated my journal.
Send some of these bronze. Yeah, he is fucking me 4 copper less on these rings. But better sell it to him than carry them around at the moment. Ay, ay, ay.
All right.
Let's go to the print shop real quick. Anna,
Might as well.
You're not coming with us.
Done.
She got teleported in.
Done.
Guildspur asked me to deliver a handbill to you so you can print up 100 copies. He takes the handbill from you, looks it over and says, I'll have it for him later. Go tell him. Handbill. Is he making fake money? A small printed advertisement. Oh, that's just an advertisement. Farewell then. If it was fake money, I wouldn't want to do that. Aye. The handbill is printed. 6K experience, nice man. It's printed, terrific. I knew you were the man for the job. Here, take the message to the Keldor of Durian at the foundry. I'm sure he'll be glad to receive it, and you'll be glad of the 100 coins you get in return. Alright.
Updated my journal. In knowing the teachings of
Level up for
Zertamon, I
Dakon.
have become stronger.
Fighting skills. 1 tackle, 4 HP. Alright. I don't remember seeing such a person around the foundry though.
I'll take the short one there, 75. 85. I'll take the fat one over there, 120. Give me that little
Keldor of Durian. I have business. Maybe the guard is gonna let me
What do I hear? Do I hear
go through this time.
130? Sale, this one's special. Only 100. Put 'em in. Put 'em in, you, sir.
I have a message for Keldor from Guildspur, the actioneer. Thank you, sir. You'll find him in the great Godsman hall. He opens the gate for you. DMD. We're entering the Church of Potential Righteousness here. Wait, what did this guy say? Beware something. Combat walk. Is there a chat log? I couldn't read it. Wait. Ah, there is an entrance right there. The foundry. Oh, my aching back. Damn, this looks so cool. Nadalin. You see a wizened old man with a trembling hands and a cunning face. He looks you over carefully and speaks. Well, have I seen you before? You seem familiar to me somehow. From where? Do you remember where? Not so fast, lad. Take a while for the mind to warm up to a task like this. I've lived a long time and seen a lot more faces in that time. And it ain't so easy to remember. Memory is a fleeting thing, and that's something you can bank on. Tell me about it, lad. Can you tell me who you are? Me? I'm Netherland, Godsman fighter extraordinaire. At least I used to be. Now I'm a clerk in the foundry, breathing in this sooty air and hastening my dying day alone. That's a pity. You mentioned having seen me before. Do you remember where? Pick an item. Am I actually here to pick an item? I don't think so. I need to find another person. That would be scamming him. Alyssa Tissit. You see a short woman with slight horns in her forehead and ears that curve sharply back on her skull. She smells faintly of sulfur, even over the reek of the foundry's fires. Opa! Anna, you gain competition. Greetings, what can I do for you? Who are you? I am Alyssa Teot, supervisor for this area. This area being the main foundry area of the Great Foundry, where much of our current public work takes place. The foundry is larger than this, of course, but we have a large contract we're working on, and we've been sworn to secrecy, so most of the work area is off limits. My apologies. I understand. What's going on here? We've taken a huge and very, very secret contract, one that is taking up practically our resources. We maintain a smaller operation for the day-to-day items for our other orders, but right now the foundry is devoted to fulfilling our contract. Don't bother asking about it because I won't tell you. Very well. What exactly do the Godsmen stand for? This is both a communal and individual faction, and there are variations of the team depending on whom one speaks with. But the basic gist of it is that life, nay, all existence itself, is a test of sorts. All things that arise test us, and how we react determines how we move closer to true understanding of everything. We seek the truth behind the multiverse, and it's apparent to us that ours is the right way. How do I join? Go speak to Keldar of Durian in the meeting hall, through the door. Think? Sounds like a potential paladin faction. Seeking the truth sounds good to me. To the Godsmen Armory, Godsmen Hall. Is this the door I'm looking for? Door is locked. This door is locked as well. There's only one door remaining. Theoden, I don't remember seeing this guy. Where did you sneak up from? You see a slab-stomach man with thick arms and a scraggy beard. He smells that he hasn't washed in age, and his bread doesn't do much for your breakfast. He's in the process of ordering around subordinates as you approach him, and he deals a quick cuff to the ear of one of them. He turns to face you, hitching up his belt.
What you want? You want answers? Like what?
Who are you?
Theoden the Grey, supervisor for this yard. My job is to make sure my laborers act their job done, and to make sure people like you don't distract them. They work little enough as it is, the little sods, and they manage to lose the rest of the day in idleness if I weren't here. I'm tough, but I'm fair. Ask anyone.
Why did they call you the Grey?
Because I'm covered in soot most of the time for those blasted furnaces. It's a nickname my laborers have given me, out of affection, no doubt.
Serious? No doubt.
That's right, they do. They know if they don't, they'll get what's coming for them. Yeah, what, Harry? I'm busy here.
Who are you?
What I am is too busy to stand around gabbing with folks. You got a purpose here?
No, not really.
Then stop wasting my time. I'm on schedule. Good day.
You see a drab hiver hauling crates around. You can't even tell this poor sold sex. What do you want from me? Just a couple of answers. Who are you?
Why? You with the takers? I already paid my taxes.
The takers who?
You know, the taxmen of the city. What are you, clueless? I have to get back to work.
Who's your boss?
Why, you work for him?
Are you kidding?
One of the most random bastards has ever been my misfortune to run across, and I grew up in the hive amid some real winners. Hope he gets killed soon, painfully and horribly, but then most of us yard workers do.
What are you doing?
Making my daily wage, working to improve myself, keeping the place clean, making sure the material gets to the smiths when they need it, making sure the finished product gets where it's supposed to go. In short, my job.
So your job is basically cleanup and grunt work.
If you want to look at it like that, since I'm learning this Godsman's creed, I figure it's a test of stubbornness. I look at my whole life as a test of stubbornness.
Why not look at it as a taste of smarts and just walk away?
Walk away to what? Who's going to hire me? Systems made sure I'm not fit for other kind of labor except menial because I was born into the hive. Hell, I'm happy to have made it this far. Unless you can get me a better job than this, I'm happy where I am. Better than starving to death.
That's convincing, but don't you think you could do it better?
Tell you what, you live your life, I'll live mine. Right? I have to get back to work.
Yeah, that's fair. Just wanted to hear some of his philosophy.
Done.
Sarosa. You see a young woman as you approach her, her eyes stare directly into yours. You get the uncomfortable feeling that she's not just examining your eye cover, her gaze seems to penetrate far deeper than that.
Greetings, strangers. How goes your day?
Well enough, I would like to answer some questions for me.
What answers do you seek, half-man?
Why do you call me
Updated
half-man?
my journal.
I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit. All other mortals who pass through my life show their spirits to me as a shining spark or a smoldering ember. You show nothing at all. I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit as I see those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you're but a half a man. What the other half is, I cannot say.
I see. Who are you?
I am Sarosa, daughter of Sandos, one of the factors of the Godsmen.
Tell me of your family.
My brother Saros is a child of the Foundry, yet I fear that he has never embraced the philosophy of the believers of the Source. My father is a factor here, and his travels have led him far from the Foundry and into the realms most mortal never even dream of achieving.
Tell me more of your brother.
Saros is a brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to his manhood. He's eager to prove himself equal of anything on the plains, full of the aggression of the youth. I believe he feels himself more sensate than Godsman, further vindicating my belief that the sensates are the most immature of all the factions of Sigil.
Why are they the most immature?
Why are they the most immature? Because like children they do not understand that there is more beyond the world of the senses, beyond what one can see, hear, taste, touch, smell. Look around you. You're in the outer planes. This is belief made solid, but that does not mean this seemingly rough matter can be comprehended by the senses. This is belief. No mere physically can match it.
I see. Can we go in this church? Ah, there's Kjodor. Founder is Smith.
The cosmos is our classroom.
He gives you a quick glare and refocuses your attention on the speaker.
Shh! I'm trying to listen to Kjodor. I want to run and you're interrupting me.
You see a sturdy man who looks like he is just bursting with vitality. His face is tan and lined and his black beard is beginning to show hints of white.
Hail, stranger, and well met. What can I do for you this fine day?
I have a message for you from Gilsport, the auctioneer.
Ah, message, eh? Very well. You can tell him the message is delivered. Was there anything else you wanted?
Questions?
What did you want to know? Who are you?
He smiles broadly.
My friend, I am Kjodor of Durian, one of the factorums of the Godsmen.
Factotums. Is that a priest or something? Factotums. An employee who does all kind of work.
Factotum.
And normally in charge of this place while our true high-ups are gone in conclave.
What can you tell me about this place?
This is the Great Foundry, home of the believers of the Source, also known as the Godsmen. Here we make items that ship all over the plains. We are renowned in many worlds. Only the best work here. It's said that we have got a staff of smiths that rival those in Mount Klengedin itself. Personally, I don't think we're that good, but we are close.
What can you tell me of the people here?
We've got a wide range of folks here, most of whom are the smiths and the workers who keep this place running. We've also got a pair of engineers who are doing some incredible things with the fabric of reality. Ask Nicky Ozander about the Dream Builder someday.
Maybe I will. Tell me more about your faction. What did you want to hear? Tell me the faction history.
It's commonly believed that we are founded by Perrin before the Great Upheaval, when all the factions became 15 in number. During the upheaval, Ogi of Fonel tightened the faction's beliefs into what they are today. She has been reincarnated 1,000 times and could remember each one of her reincarnations. She taught us how to trade our intuition and led us to a new era. These two were the most important figures in our faction. We have plenty more stories, but those are the bare bones.
What are the beliefs of the faction?
We believe in the universe is a giant testing ground, a place where we prove ourselves through a series of tests. These tests continue throughout your life, throughout your many lives. Each step in each day may will be a test for you, and your reward in the next life depends on how well you learn your lessons of this life. We believe that the body learns from experience, and the experience extends through your lives, making you into something greater than just a single life.
So what's the point of it all?
We are not entirely sure. After all, we haven't gotten to the end of it yet, have we? The best we can figure is that we muddle through our lives, seeking to find the answers that are right for us, and in the end, we move on to godhood and beyond. What waits there is anyone's guess.
Alright, keep going.
So life is a test. We make the test. When we pass, we move on to a new form. This might be the form of an archon, of a fiend, or of a power. The choices we make in this life, as always, help chart our course. Whether we have free will or not is still under debate. Of course, I'm on the side of the free will people. I hate thinking that my choices have already been made for me.
What do I get for being in the faction?
Well, aside from access to our excellent foundry room and board for you and your friends, special items and spells, and a more favorable reaction from most folks you meet on the street, there is not much to recommend us. Of course, if you're planning on being with us merely for the benefits, I'd have the counsel against it.
Who are the faction's enemies?
We don't have enemies per se. Still, there are some who oppose our beliefs. The bleak cabal scoff at the idea that we evolve towards something more perfect. I figure that if they don't think there's a point, they might as well get it over with, like the Dustmen ought to. The Dustmen think that life is an illusion, preparing for the big death, and are believed champions that cause of life. They promote death, we celebrate life. What could be more opposed?
What do you do anyway?
Well, we run the Great Foundry. We also run Harbinger House, where we train folks who seem to be powers in training, bashers who have demonstrated some sort of special ability that sets them apart from normal mortals. Some say we do it because we want a power on our side, but the truth is, we do it because we figure that's part of our test as well. We do our best to make sure every creature faces up to its responsibilities. We want to see the multiverse move on.
Why are you named as you are?
That's a good question. Our real name is the Believers of the Source, because we believe all life springs from a pure primal source, but because we believe that all creatures have the potential for godliness within them. It's only natural that our nicknames would be the Godsmen. How do I join? If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you must complete 3 quests. The first quest is this: you must go to the forge and create an item. This will show that you are capable of seeing the possibilities inherited, even a base lump of iron, that you are capable of bringing forth something that will stand the test of time. It measures your vision and your ability to make your potential actual. Talk to Alyssa, the foundry supervisor in the main foundry, to see how it all works.
I'll get on it.
Updated my journal.
Alright. I mean, these people sound pretty decent. So far, the most righteous church I've stumbled upon in this city. Might start exploring their beliefs more in depth. And see if they can walk their potential path of righteous life. You see a sandy-haired youth. He's on the cusp between adolescence and adulthood, and from his eyes it looks like he's trying to be as an adult as possible without having the slightest idea how. In other words, he seems innocent. Hey stranger, what can I do for you? You can answer a few questions. Ask whatever you want. Tell me about yourself. Me? I'm Saros. I grew up around here. Got to run through the foundry playing with stuff. I like pretty much everyone here except for Theodon. He keeps saying I'm not raised right and that my father is a poor parent. All I know is that Theodon's the biggest sod I ever met. Tell me about the Great Foundry. I grew up here. I play in the main foundry area and I ran through the barracks. It stings and it's loud and the people can be like Theodon, but it's still home for me. Tell me about the people here. They're smiths and workers. I think they mean well, but they're all so earnest and boring. They need to liven themselves up a bit, like say, the sensates. You like the sensates, huh? They know how to live life. They know what it's about. Not like these people. They keep pretending there's some big noble purpose to it all, but I don't see it. My sister says that the life is more than her senses show, but I don't see how she knows that, since all she knows is through her senses. I just don't get why people make this stuff up. Who's your sister? Sarosa. She can just look at someone and see what needs adding and what needs taking away. I don't know how she does it. My father always said it was something about her ascending to another level. He said she was a born Godsman. Interesting. This guy doesn't seem like he wants to be on the righteous path. Bedailin. Seems I cannot talk to her from down here. Remember that life suffering is but another test. Nihil Xander. Oh, this guy was an important major son. You see a bushy-haired man, clad in the height of fashion. If you consider fashion to have died 50 years ago, his clothing seems to consist of tattered street urchin rags, and he seems to affect a disdainful manner towards those around him. Or that might be his actual manner. He doesn't even glance at you until you speak to him, and then his eyes begin searching your face carefully. Do you want something? Who are you? I'm Nihil Xander, great-grandson of the artificer Zero Xander, engineer, dreamer, creator, and I have finished his work, the work that you commissioned, the Dream Builder. Are you ready to claim the use of it now? Huh? I didn't commission anything. A Dream Builder, what's that? I'm just a dreamer, I dream my life away. Hey, hey. Ozzy. It is both machine and ritual. It is a state of mind and a construct of steam and blood. It grants dreams to those who enter its confines. It was built for you and is waiting for you. Are you ready to finish it off? It has been waiting for you for decades. How do you know it was built for me? Because my great-grandfather, Zeno Xander, set your face in stone so that we would know you when you return for the work you commissioned. He always told you to return, but no one else truly believed you would. Our family complained because we said we would, and now, here you are. Do you still have this stone? No, it was stolen from me a year ago. I saw only a shadow fleeting away. It was the only item taken from my home. I have no idea who'd take it, but I'd memorized the features. Sure. Maybe this is where my destiny awaits. Let's finish the Dream Builder. What I need to begin the final stages of the Dream Builder is a piece of your skin, immersed in your blood, so the machine can familiarize itself with your physical essence. It must be a blue-green bottle to symbolize the dream sea on which you will float. Flesh and blood, I've given enough of that lately. I don't know that I want to fetch that for you. You don't, eh? Then maybe you ought to remember that you're fetching these items for a design you funded, for a project you wanted created in the first place, for a device so impractical that the solution to it consumed the lives of 4 generations of my family, all for you. If you want to see this project complete, you finish the final stages and stop your endless whining. Fine, alright, I'll do it. I don't even know where to find this though. Flesh and blood. Factor's room.
I'm gone.
Can I go? I can't wait until my shift is done. We need more guard protecting the foundry. I got there at 4 AM.
Sorry, sir. No one's allowed up here till the Factor Santos gets back. You can go in.
What can you tell me about him?
He's a believer, sir. A true believer. But he's moody, and all that travel across the multiverse can be good for your head. You either lose perspective or get too much of it. Either way, it ain't good. I'm hoping he'll make it back safe.
Alright, we're not gonna go there then. Playboy Philanthropist? You know, I thought about the same thing then, Paul, man. That scene with... What was his name? Tony Stark. From Avengers 1. DMD. Oh, does this go up on the terrace? Opa. Bedailin. You see a severe woman with flaming red hair, put back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. At your approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something?" Yes, I had some questions. What do you want? Tell me about the Grey Foundry. She stifles a yawn. You can ask almost anyone else here about a foundry, and yet you get the same answer. What makes you think I'll give one that's any different? Tell me of the project you're working on? Tell you about the project we're sworn our lives to complete and defend? No, I don't think so. Not yet anyway. Let's just say it's powerful and it'll be worth the effort we've put into. Who are you? My name is Bedailin. I'm a magical engineer, not a mage, mind you, but a theoretician. And I'm going to make sure the Godsmen don't get a chance to use that weapon or contract for other such weapons of war again. She doesn't seem very happy about it. Are we allowed to go inside of here? Small dwelling.
All right.
I'm not gonna touch any of those things.
Done.
No, it's not from Iron Man. It's from Iron Man from the movie Avengers. He says it towards Captain America when they're in the skyship. Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully if WhatsApp watches this video and he stood his part, he didn't unrighteously stole the goods in all those 3 rooms. And he's doing a righteous playthrough. Rage. Wait. No, I had to talk to... Wait, can I tell her about her brother? Maybe so. Saros and Sarosa, very cool names to match. Everyone seems to have a special talent. Tell me of yours. I know not how I came by it. It seems something that I have always been a part of me. I can only surmise that my past lives and my beliefs in this one have given me a special insight into mortal nature. I am gifted with the ability to see a piece of the potential within every being. By reading the true name graven on that mortal's very being, and by slightly mispronouncing that word, I am able to change the nature of that potential, thus changing the nature of its bearer. Can you change me? I can change you, but I cannot teach you. It is like teaching color to a blind man or sound to a deaf man. I will change you if the price be right. What is the price? Tell me, do you subscribe to the philosophy of the Godsmen? Well, I actually kinda did, but I'm not admitted yet. I don't know enough to tell you. Learn more of us. Join the faction fully.
If you haven't already, go speak to Kjaldar of Durian. He is the factor in charge of recruiting. You can find him.
Is she like a class reset? Or is it something a lot deeper?
I'm gone.
Alright. Where is this woman? No, not Theoden. She must have went around somewhere. No, not this. Alyssa! I need to use the forge.
Certainly. Just make sure you have the proper items for it. Protection from the flames, tongues, hammer, and of course, your iron ore.
Where would I get those items?
If you can find them lying around somewhere, then you have to buy them from the clerk. For a nominal price, of course.
I see. Where can I get those items to work the forge? What does she mean from the clerk? Is there a clerk in here that sells this stuff? I have a hammer.
We've got some more down here. Keep pushing!
Forge an item. Vow of my skin and blood for the final stages of Dream Builder. So that I may dream again. This guy was able to sell stuff maybe. Oh, there's another room there I completely missed as well. You mentioned having seen me before. Do you remember where? I'd like to pick up some gear for the forge.
Ah, you are waiting to be a smith now, eh, lad? Very well. You need be an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer, which will be 20. That comes to, let me see, 50 copper.
But I already have a hammer. That comes to 40 copper. I'm sorry, but that sounds like 40.
What am I thinking? Of course it is. I tell you, memory is an insidious thing.
Give me the stuff.
Don't forget to pick up some ore from Theoden if you're wanting to work the forge. He's a misery bastard, but he's the only person to get ore from.
Thanks. Oh, we need a special forge hammer. Okay, then. We're gonna be gachi blacksmithing in just a moment, guys. DMD. Nothing in this room. Theoden, give me the goods. I need to use the forge. Can you give me some more?
Seems like they'll let anyone be a Godsman these days. And like the old days when you had to show real potential to be a member. You want this iron for your Ponzi test? Take it, then get mazed.
You thrust a lump of cold ore into your hands.
Balance in all things.
So I think I need to talk to the woman to work the forge.
All right.
You need to use the forge. I already have them. Eh? So how do I use the forge? Ma. Maybe on this control with a question mark. You step up to the forge, the heat is incredible. What do you do? Use the forge. Thankfully we paid attention. The fire is throwing off an incredible amount of heat, but thanks to your protection, you're able to withstand it without any damage. Would you like to work the forge? Yes. What would you like to do first? I know how to be a blacksmith. Check out. Pick up the ore with the tongues and hold it in the flame of the forge. The ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. Place the softened ore on the forge and working into shape. What would you like to forge? A stiletto, a two-handed hammer. Yes. A hammer, a fast piece of work. And one that will allow you to get out of this sweatbox quickly. Are you sure you want a hammer? Yes. The hammer you have shaped looks approximately like you just found a block of iron. It should work barely. Good enough for me? Poor quality sledgehammer. Opa. Well, pretty good for a first try. I haven't played Kingdom yet. Is there some blacksmith in Evolve DMD? Keldor, I made a hammer. The hammer! Show him the item we forged. I have finished forging my creation. He takes it from me and examines it carefully. He seems to be restraining himself from harsh words. At least you tried, hmm? Are you ready for the next test? I certainly hope so. I suppose I am. He continues grimly. A murderer has struck in the foundry, and I am forsaking the usual test order for you to track this killer down. Go speak to the supervisor, Alicia Tilt, in the man foundry, and proceed from there. When you have completed your investigation and are ready to name a culture, come back to me.
Updated my journal.
A murderer! A fitting test for me to deliver the man to justice and sniff out an unrighteous joker. Opa! There is the murder right there. Murder. Alright, everyone, you've seen enough. Get back to work.
Alright.
Alicia. Under Keldor's authority, I'm investigating the murder that occurred here. What can you tell me about it? You want to know what I saw the night of the murder? Well, I was working late. When I heard the sound of a scuffle, when I came out, I saw a shadowy figure slip out the door into the meeting hall, and I raised the alarm. Maybe there is actually a shadow that has been attacking them. Do you have any other details? I only know 3 people who had access to the building that night. They were Tildon, Saros, and Bedailin. The 3 of them have dramatically different builds, but in the haze of the foundry I couldn't see them clearly. How do I know you didn't do it? I have an alibi, not to mention that Keldor already ascertained the truth from me. I have nothing to hide. Apparently Tildon, Saros, and Bedailin do. Though because they wouldn't go under Keldor's spell. I mean, from already talking to these 3 people, Bedailin is the most sussy. Saros is middle. Tildon is the least sussy. Let's start with the closest one. Tildon. He's right next to the murder position. That means he cares for his dead worker. Shame about the poor smith Avildon, really it were. Still, he wouldn't want to keep himself to the grindstone. He wouldn't dedicate it. This the way that planes turn. Mark my words, every basher gets his due. Ah well, what can all Tildon do for you? I'd like to ask you some questions. You want answers like what? What were you doing the night of the murder? What was I doing?
While I was sitting in my room with a nice loaf of bread and jug of wine, staying in. Didn't go out that night, didn't see no need.
Do you know anyone who can swear otherwise?
No, never saw the need to make sure of it. One place you might ask if you're really looking for leads is Saros. That little thieving knight goes everywhere. What with his father being such a high up here. He always was into new experiences, boys practically a sensei, if you ask me. Probably wanted to kill someone and see if he could get away with it.
Saros, eh? I remember that in the meantime. That's all the info he's gonna tell me. He was enjoying bread and wine that night. They say Kotrip always returns to a crime scene. I've heard that in anime, but who knows? That poor Smith, I can't believe what happened to him. It's pretty awful to be wedged into the gears like that. I had some questions. Do you have any idea what might have happened or have some leads? Who told you? The supervisor? She's right. I come in here at night sometimes when there is no one around. He walks around conspiratorially for a moment and lowers his head towards you. I saw Tilden creeping out of here. The main reason I know it was him is because he dropped something. He hands you an O with the name Tilden edged into the wooden handle. Opa, what's an O? Primarily a pointed U used for piercing small holes in materials like wood. Thanks.
Updated my journal.
So his alibi is that during the night he's stalking people and paying attention, I guess. Let's check the woman before we keep talking to Theodore. Tell me what you know about the murder.
Let's see. I asked the guards to head out for the night because I was working on some delicate engineering on the project in the next room, and I didn't need their psychic emanations fouling up some very crucial work. It was with some dismay that I found a body when I emerged from the room. Being as I have no other alibi, I realize I'm a suspect. And I suspect you've already found that I wouldn't consent to going under the spell to answer. The reason for that is that I would be violating the oath of secrecy I swore to protect the project.
I see. Check on with Kelder.
You do that. He'll verify what I've told you. He administered the oath to me, so he knows its power.
Done.
So far it's between Theoden and the lady. Saros
Done.
feeling a little bit sneaky though. Saros, you remember Saros, don't you? Gave me an O found near the body. Only this O has your name etched into the handle. How do you explain that?
Updated my journal.
He looks momentarily flustered and then...
Saros is a thief. Odds are that he stole it from me. In fact, I've been missing my O for some time now. Never mentioned it to anyone, because I figured I just lost it. Now I know that Saros stole it to frame me. Better to go get him before he gives you the laugh.
Seeing the expression, he says,
Before he escapes.
that sounds a little too pat. Does that mean comfortable? Pat. Quick. I'll ask him about it as soon as I get some more answers from you. Do you know anyone who can swear otherwise? He didn't tell me anything about the girl though. I guess I'll have to go with Saros for now. They keep going, bouncing me around.
I'm gone.
Saros! Where are you, Joker? Ah. I thought he ran away. Tilden says that you planted the O at the murder scene and that you're trying to frame him for the murder because you two disagreed. Of course he'd say that. Just because he's guilty and he wants to make you look someplace else. I saw him kill that man. Sure, we disagreed, but that doesn't mean I want him dead. Just because he's a total Burke doesn't mean he should be arrested. He should be arrested for killing Avedon. Tell him he needs proof. Huh? Oh, he doesn't... the other guy doesn't have proof about Saros. But Saros has proof that the other guy is the one. Anything for you to add? Nothing new.
I'm gone.
I don't see the corpse here. Nothing on it to give me any info. What the little lick spit I'll tell you now. I'm sure it was all lies. He tells me that it's not a frame. In fact, he says that he personally witnessed you killing the poor soul.
He what? I tell you that boy's a thief and a murderer. And you don't believe me? What if I told you the lad's an anarchist too? A member of the Revolutionary League?
Why should I believe that?
Updated my journal.
A pious look creeps onto his face. Cause I say it so. Cause I'm about to say something that'll make a criminal of me. But I'll say it to see justice done. I know he's an anarchist because he tried to recruit me. Him and the engineer Bed Island. I told them I'd do it so I could trap him. But then I realized I didn't have the stomach to harm poor Saros. I turned them down, and now they're trying to cover their tracks. That's why they want me gone. They're the killers, not me.
Assuming I believe this, why shouldn't I have you in prison too?
What? You're accusing me? But I didn't do anything. Burke, you've got the wrong man. Please, I didn't do it.
I'm just having a little joke with you two, then relax. I mean, all the evidence points towards him, but my righteous compass is pointing towards the other two people, man. They're very sus. I think it might be a frame. Let's see if they're gonna say something else. Tilden tells me that you and Bed Island are anarchists, and that you are trying to frame him because he turned down an offer to join you. Saros spells. She has nothing to do with this. I did it on my own. But the truth is, Tilden shoved Avedon into the gears. I put the O there to make sure everyone would know he was there. Because I'm just a kid and no one will believe what I was saying, alright? I admit that I planted the O, but I only did it to make sure he got punished for his crime. Why should I not think that you're doing this to get back at him for some other crime?
Updated my journal.
Because I don't know why you think that. But I promise, go talk to him and tell him what I said and then you can decide for yourself. Tilden says you're an anarchist and that you're trying to pin the crime on him. She scoffs. An anarchist? Right. Here's my other leg. Did you have some real questions or I can get back to my work? Didn't this guy confirm that she's an anarchist though? In his last statement. She has nothing to do with this. I did it on my own. That doesn't mean that she is not an anarchist. But maybe she's not involved in the murder. Morty is gonna die until I figure this murder, man. Ay, ay, ay. He says that he planted the owl on the body, but only because he wanted to make sure that you'd be implicated in the death. He says you're a murderer and he wanted to make sure you got caught. Maybe why she didn't want to do the spell. When he still didn't tell me about his odds. He did? Then you have to arrest him. Can't you see that he's a menace? How could you possibly trust the thieving, lying child when it's obvious he got no morals? Arrest him and have it done with it. Why would he do that? To further their anarchist agenda, Berg. Agenda. He lowers his voice and stares at you with baleful intensity. These anarchists, see, they're all fanatics. They are, and they don't take so kind to people like me who are willing to expose them. They'll sacrifice anyone to further their schemes. He straightens up and proclaims, it is up to honest people like me to keep them Bergs on the straight and narrow. This guy just says that he is lying, Saros. It seems to me that there's something wrong here. What's wrong is that you dickhead can't understand the plots these Bergs weave. Pull your head from the darkness of your fundament, salt, and put the little bastard away. He looks shocked for a moment as he realizes what he said and to whom, and he quickly adds, my apologies. It's the strain on me right now. It ain't easy being considered a murderer and an anarchist, by bro. Huh? Put the little bastard away. He looks shocked for a moment as he realizes what he said and to whom. So does that mean he's the anarchist and he wanted to kill the Saros? It seems to me like this was a slip up by him. I didn't fully understood it, but it seems like he's actually the anarchist.
I'm gone.
And he wants us to kill someone that he has a target on. Let's ask Saros about it again, I guess. Now everything points towards the Tilden. The evidence, the slip up. This guy's a little bit sussy as well, but I guess I'll blame him. Ay, ay, ay. Have you found a culprit for the heinous crime? Do you have evidence? Till committed the crime, but Saros tried to frame him for it. It's an anarchist plot and Saros is in the middle of it. Arrest them both. Tilden did it. He had personal problems with Aviodon, and he was trying to frame Saros for the crime. Execute him. Saros is an anarchist trying to break down the foundry. He tried to frame Tilden. How is Saros in the middle of an Arcanist plot anarchist? I cannot see the other dialogues with him that I've did. Can I see them if I'm on him? No. I found enough to make a decision. What if I tell them I'm gonna make a decision and they're gonna maybe expose themselves somehow? Let's try that before we go for it. I think this woman is just out of the question. From what I've seen and from the choices that are available to me. I made a decision on who to accuse. Who do you pick? The man seems only eager. If I tell him, he might get away. That is the only one I can tell. Can Alyssa say something about it? I want you to go over your story against Waller. I was working late when I heard the sound of scuffle. When I came out, I saw a shadowy figure slip out of the door into the meeting hall and I raised the alarm. That's it. I only know 3 people. Is there only 3 suspects? I have an alibi. Saros admitted that he planted the at the scene of the murder and he is open about it. He claims that he did it to make sure people would investigate Theoden's involvement. Okay. So the guy, Saros, planted this for potentially righteous reasons. Now we're just gonna have to blame Theoden. Theoden did it, he had personal problems with Avedon, and he was trying to frame Saros for the crime. Execute. He shakes his head. I would have never believed it of Theoden. I trust your investigation was thorough, and I trust you. Allow me to summon the guards.
Updated my journal.
He seems saddened by the ordeal.
It is done. My thanks for resolving the investigation. We have but one task remaining to you. Sandos, father of Sarosa and Saros, one of our more vital members, has returned from a harrowing journey. He has locked himself in this tower room and is threatening to kill himself. Speak to him. Stop him.
Updated my journal.
Ay, ay, ay. Thanks for your mercy. I'll stay on the straight and narrow now, alright? I know, it sounds to me like Saros found a little bit of enlightenment on the righteous path, and maybe he's gonna return to the way of the church. I think we got the good ending. I hope. Let's check the suicidal guy.
All right.
Need to talk to Sandoz, sir. Good luck. Thanks. Go through the door. Sandoz, we've got to talk. Sandoz's voice is muffled by the thick door.
What do you want?
The voice sounds desperate and lonely. I'm here to tell you that you might as well end it though. They said I should come to talk to you. I guess they don't want you dead.
I see. Send a concerned stranger to talk to me out of it, eh? Ha!
The voice drops to a conspiratorial tone. Conspiratorial.
Did they tell you you could join him? If you just came to talk to me? Did they think it would make you care more? Well, say something, or will you suddenly mute? Ha! If you had seen half of the things I'd seen,
What have you seen?
I have seen horrors beyond imagining. I have seen a twisted, tortured god, bound by laughing fiends. I have seen a lair of the abyss distill itself into the essence of a single individual. I have seen all the laws of nature perverted, and I have seen all the truths of man turned upside down. None of it makes sense to me anymore, and I cannot bear it any longer. What's the point, I ask you? What's the point?
I don't know what's the point, but it seems that life itself should be the point. He spits scornfully.
Tuh!
You hear the saliva hit the door.
Go away until you grow yourself a brain or find someone to give you the answers.
He doesn't answer any further queries you make for now. Let's try this again, I guess. Bashing her six intellect. Okay, dude. I just wanted to see if I could help. Let's talk to the guy before I go for a more direct move with this guy. He's still alive at least. Alright then.
I'm gone.
No, that's not the one I wanted to answer. What was the thing that he needs to grow up? Yeah, this one. You have no idea what I have seen, Sandoz, and you don't see me threatening to kill myself, do you? Get a grip on yourself, man. Grow up. There is a short, sharp breath from behind the door and then a wall, an amused chuckle.
Ha, you're not much on tact, are you? What if I told you I had my head in a noose right this instant?
I dare you to do it, Frankie. If you're such a coward that you consider killing yourself, I don't think you're brave enough to follow through it. I tell you to stop being ridiculous and face reality. Killing yourself won't change anything. It just means you failed your test.
You, alright then. Give me a minute to think this out.
When it speaks again, the voice sounds a little more balanced.
Go down and tell Kelder you've talked some sense into me. I want to see him eventually. But you've done a good job. I owe you my life, stranger. I won't forget it, but right now, I have some thinking to do. I hope you forgive me for not talking.
The final quest to get entry to the church. I have succeeded. He has regained his zest for life.
Updated my journal.
You have succeeded! Glorious news! Congratulations, my friend! You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Godsmen. Would you like to take a note now, or perhaps wait until later?
Now.
The oath! Life's tribulations are tests. There is nothing I encounter that is not a lesson. Pain is the multiverse's way of reinforcing a lesson. What I hate most in others is a reflection of what I hate most in myself. I will act to activate my potential and to aid others in activating their goals. I will remember that divinity spark is present in everything. I swear fealty to the believers of the source and their goals, never to forsake them. You swear the oath, and Kelder smiles. Welcome to the Godsmen, lad.
Updated my journal.
I need to purchase some items. And what I experienced them there. He sells magic scrolls. A big weapon called Ascension. Oppa. That's an axe. Usable only by Godsmen fighters. 310 slashing, plus 2 enchanted, plus 2 slashing, plus 1 to charisma, plus 1 to armor class, plus 2 attack. I don't like the charisma. Reason. A hammer. Yes. Plus 2 enchanted, plus 2 crushing, plus 1 to charisma. Okay. Enlightenment. Plus 1 to charisma. Dagger. Well, we could potentially get a big weapon here. I can get heal. Ooh. This heal is quite expensive. 3 to 17 for 100. Okay, dude. It's more cheaper for me to buy a potion for 36 gold. What the fuck? All hit points. No. I'd like to see the secret project if I could.
You have proven yourself trustworthy. Here, take this.
He presses a token emblazoned with the Godsman symbol into your hands.
Do not lose it. If you do, I'm afraid I cannot replace it. So be careful with it.
Godsman token. The bearer of this token, a brass coin embossed with the seal of the believers of the source, has proven himself to the Godsman. It is a symbol of trust, and as such it allows the bearer into the portion of the foundry that are formally off limits except for the high-ups of the faction. Theodon burrowed expertly into the wood handle.
Alright.
I might not need that anymore. What does the woman on top think about the murder finalization? You're a Godsman now, are you still happy with it? Yes. Good, it plays me that you're happy with your choices. What can I do for you? Tell me the project you're working on. Not yet. Eh. I guess I'll go find it out for myself.
Alright.
I need to get to the guarded room back there. I'd love to help you, but only the real high-ups can authorize that. You have to speak to Kelden. Already did that. Eh? Maybe it's the other room. Eh? Good day, sir. May I help you with something? Where can I find the high-ups here? Either Sandoz or Kelder should be able to aid you in this matter. Kelder is the main meeting hall just through the door on the right. Sandoz can usually be found in the rooms to the rear to the hall. What's behind those guarded doors? I'm afraid that's a secret, sir, even from the valued faction members. Unless you're involved in the project itself, or unless you receive an authorization from all the high-ups, we cannot allow you in. But I already have. Do I need to use this somewhere?
Done.
Oh, I talked to Godsmen, not to Godsmen Harger. The clerk's office is to the south. That's the shop though. Ah, those are the guards guarding this gate. Show the token. He examines the token closely. My mistake, sir. May I help you with anything else? No. Alright then. Little more. That's a big bomba. The nozzle of the cannon fairly radiates magical energy.
Done.
That thing will never work. It's almost break time. That thing will never work. Keltera. You see a Gitzerai woman, bold, with scarred cheeks and a cat's grace in her walk. As she turns towards you, she spies the con. Her eyes widen. She addresses him. You bring joy to my heart. My name is Kelala. Keolera. May I aid you? My companion would like to speak with you concerning the workings of this device. May he speak for the two of us. She looks at you and looks back at him quizzically. Of course, esteemed one. If you speak for him and accept responsibility for keeping what passes here secret. She turns her attention reluctantly to you. You have questions for me, yes? Then ask, and I will tell you if I may. Your companion carries the burden of your secrecy in this matter as part of his own honor, and where I know not if I can trust you, I know I trust him. Tell me what this device does. Our device spouts forth a certain type of magical fire that harms even those resistant to ordinary fire. We're working on applications that might even get around a creature's magical resistance. What other applications might it have? Aside from its weapon values, it could be used as an excellent mining device. If tuned properly, it could harvest whole swathes of forest or fields of grain. It could harden a shell of Limbo's material for a time. We have even tried lesser applications of the technology there, or even be used as a propulsion across the spheres of Carceri. Its uses are limited by one's imagination. It's not purely a weapon of destruction. Interesting. Who has contracted for this device? She glances around, sighs, and replies. Though I did not take part in negotiations, I believe that it was the Batezu who have procured our services. The token you wear will grant you some measure of diplomatic immunity to Batezu you may meet. I'm sure that will be useful. But Batezu are fiends. That sounds sus. What can you tell me of the engineers? She scowls, adding several creases to her scarred face. Speak to no one of my speech if you would know of the engineers. No kind words for the engineers will you hear from me. Why not? Why? Because they don't seem to share a love for this project as do their comrades. Because they are dreamers and do not none of the action themselves. Because ultimately I do not trust that their intentions mean well for us, but instead benefit them and them alone. Aside to the con, who is she and why does she treat you with such respect? She is of the people, her marking still of one who has walked the path from Limbo and has been made to not know our ancestral home. Her marking still all Gitzerai to render her assistance and tell the Gitzerai that she is still of the people. Her reverence for me is the reverence shown to all Zert. Very well.
I'm gone.
Well. You see a tiefling clad in Godsmen clothing carefully examining the thing in the center of the room. I can't really tell right now. What is the critical phase? The critical phase of what? Yes, this project we're working on is a weapon that could have massive peace-time applications as well. We're not close to an end, but we're at a delicate phase. Delicate enough that it could put us all in the dead book. If some Burke fails us now. What is it you're doing?
We're adjusting the variables in this device war magical resonance. One mistake could sink the whole project, and if the project goes under, it'll take us all in the resulting magical wave.
You mentioned something about a critical phase before. What is this project?
It's a weapon, I think. We're not sure if it's for war or hunting, and powers above. If it's for hunting, I don't want to see the creature it's designed to kill. But when we're done, it's going to be on a par with the Chaos ship the Doomguard built a few years back with the Tanari. At least that's the theory.
What does it do?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. You have to speak to one of the engineers for the information. I know that it has a massive focus beam of heat. We perfected that part of it, at least. We've even mounted it permanently to the device. There are other aspects to the thing that we've not even begun work on yet. We're not allowed to see them until we've done each portion.
Why all the secrecy?
If you have an enemy who was creating a weapon to use against you, wouldn't you do everything in your power to destroy it? We've got no idea who it's for, even. We're just trusting the word of the high-ups that it won't be used in a way we'll disagree with. None of us know who's asking us to make it. So, there's no chance we'll spill the dark to someone who wants to see it destroyed. Especially because we all sealed our lives on it.
What do you mean by that?
Because of the nature of this project, with the secrecy and all that, not to mention the magics that allow us to even work on the machine, we've had to scour a part of our lives into the machine. We get our lives back when the project's done, but then, if it malfunctions, or power forbids get sabotaged, it takes our lives with it woes. With it woes. Sheesh. How long till it's done? It probably won't be done for another decade, but the trickiest part of it will be done this year. There are some magical rituals that have to be done, and those take time. We'd all breathe easier knowing we're not sealed to a project that's going to detonate because it's unstable.
You can tell me who this project is being built for.
No, I can tell you that. For one thing, I don't know. For another, I signed a secrecy contract.
What can you tell me about your boss?
You can usually find her in somewhere. She's a Gitzerai who got exiled from her people. She's working here because she doesn't get seen much, and so her shame is lessened. She's a brilliant and hard-minded.
Tell me about the engineers on this project.
Our chief engineer, Nihil Xander, is a genius. He has created works I never dreamed possible. Word is he has even created a folding portal and is working on a dream builder in his spare time. It was said that long ago his family was contracted to create a machine for a man who could not dream himself. Our other engineer, Bed Eileen, is newer but equally bright. She's a little erratic, but her work shows great promise and skill.
Great. Alrighty then. So, hopefully everything they're doing is righteous and not getting baited by the fiends. Let's talk one last time to the clerk before we get out of here. Did he remember who I am now? Tell me about it, lad. I guess he still doesn't remember. Just wanted to see your smiling face.
Bless you, son, and now you excuse me, I have some windows to look out.
Okay. We need to find a vial of our wood somewhere. I don't know how that's supposed to work either.
What is it you wanted? Right?
What is your will? All right.
Well,
All right.
I'm just gonna get out of here. And I'm just gonna prepare for the next place we might visit. But I'm gonna have to end it. Ay, ay, ay. Let's also sell these hammers. Forge hammer and tongs. Huh, there is a building here. I think this might be the... Oh, pawn shop? I thought this might be the skull library.
All right.
Shopper.
Never lied to you a day in my life.
You lied!
I have not lied. I was working.
That's what you say! I called and you weren't there!
You want me to buy you things, right? I was being very forgotten. I was taking a break.
They couldn't find you. You know why? Because you were with her!
You're crazy. You know that? You're just out of your mind.
I'm not crazy. The only time I was crazy was when I married you! I could never have married!
The fuck? That ambient sounds are insane. Did you hear that? It was a woman and a man arguing. The woman said that she saw him with another woman. And he's like, why did I even marry you? Ay, ay, ay. It is what it is. Hopefully the husband wasn't actually unrighteous and the woman is seeing things. Cap. Seeing things, yeah, classic. Well, I guess I'm just gonna throw you to Shiggy. He seems to be streaming. Hots, if you guys wanna watch him. But we're done for today. My group is not playing D&D this week because the dungeon master and another guy are sick. So